We warned you last week that on-time entries were closing for the 2018 Women in Media Awards in August. Which means it's the 11th hour, and late entries are closing tomorrow. We don't want to be dramatic, but this is your last chance to even have a shot of winning one of our coveted trophies. And you can't win if you don't enter. Running for the 6th consecutive year and presented by the lovely Bauer Media Group yet again, B. These inspiring women are all around us, leading, innovating and mentoring the next generation. These awards will celebrate that leadership and innovation, and the resulting invaluable contributions they have made to this industry in their own professional arenas. If you, for some unknown, confusing reason, haven't started on your entry yet, you need to get your SH*T together, fast. Click right here to start and finish your entry in one fell swoop, or to finish an entry you started months ago but never finished. We know who you are. You can enter in more than one category, but make sure you double-check as there's been even more categories added this year, plus a few changes. Here's another quick look at all the categories you can enter into, and win. Best Ad Campaign, Championing the Equality Cause, Creative Producer, Employer, Entrepreneur, Journalist, Producer, Male, Champion of Change, Marketing, Media, Buyer, Planner, Mentor, Public Relations, Rising Star, Strategy, Tech Agency, Sales, Account Management, Media, Sales, Account Management, Executive Leader, Social Change Maker, People's Choice, via poll, Women of the Year, as chosen by B. We don't want that fate for you. Oh, and in your procrastination-fueled late entry rush, make sure you spell your name right. Or your company, or anything else you should definitely know how to spell. The fabulous Gala Awards night will be held on Friday, the 17th of August 2018 at Dolton House, Jones Bay Wharf. Grab early bird tickets to the event here and find all other info on the website. And don't forget, late entries are closing tomorrow, Friday 22, at 5 p.m. No Women in Media series would be complete without the irrepressible Amy Buchanan. Read all her pressables here. Apple bagged 2 Grand Prix Lions overnight, while B. Mediacom has appointed Matt Mills as client partner, formerly executive director. With over 20 years of experience in the media and communications industry, Mills is an established professional with an intimate knowledge of agency environments. Joining Mediacom from previous employer OMD, Mills brings a wealth of knowledge across. YouTube is attempting to woo advertisers back to the content-sharing platform, with a new tool which enables companies to measure the success of an ad campaign in real time. Called Creative Suite, the tool was debuted at Adweek by YouTube Managing Director of Global Solutions Debbie Weinstein. According to Weinstein, Creative Suite will offer, "We'll so be staying up for the Socceroos match tonight. So expect even more mistakes." Despite an outdated stereotype around men and cars, new research has highlighted how different the automotive buying journey is for females and males, providing fresh insights for brands into how best to target their marketing efforts within this space. The new study, Women in the Driving Seat, commissioned by 9 Strategic Client Solutions, News Digital Networks Australia Managing Director Julian Delaney today announced that leading online news source news.com.au has launched a new consumer campaign. The campaign, created in partnership with Bauer Group, evolves the brand's proposition by using color to unite contrasting stories that reflect the news cycle. Aligning news with pop culture, the colorful, animated creative, he might be more famous for getting drunk at them, but today host Karl Stefanovich has lashed those who are choosing to boycott the lodges that are coming up in 10 days' time. Yesterday, Stefanovich used an appearance on his breakfast program to call out his rivals at Sunrise who've apparently chosen to give the annual Gong Fest. Industry veteran and founder of TBWA Sir John Hegarty has spoken about fake Cannes Lions submissions during Adweek's Creative 100 party. Talking about the multitude of Cannes scams, Hegarty said it was relentless. Adding, "It's a bit like drugs in sport, as people find new ways of trying to hold it back, people will." The 6th annual loyalty research study for Love or Money 2018 reveals Australian millennials are the most interested in earning cryptocurrency rewards instead of loyalty points. Fashioned by the point of loyalty, for Love or Money 2018. The Australian research study on customer loyalty and loyalty programs highlights that 36% of members of Loyalty. Mercer Bell has enriched its data capabilities with two new hires, Alistair McCall, right in photo, as Data Strategy Director, and Sophia Jo, left, as Data Analyst. McCall's extensive data career includes senior roles within Woolworths, Optus and Vodafone, where he developed advanced analytics solutions designed to provide high-quality customer experiences. He is working with. In this guest post, head of strategy at SEO Shark, Davide Defendi, offers his top 9 search engine hacks for brands to increase their Google ranking. 1. Get your URL on reputable sites. Backlinks can have a significant positive impact on a site's search engine ranking, especially if those sites receive considerable traffic. Effective way to get your. The amount of entries and paying attendees at this year's Cannes Lions Festival of Creativity has reduced dramatically since 2017. Last year, more than 41,000 entries were submitted into Cannes. This year that number has dropped to 32,372. The number of attendees echoes this drop. While the decrease is noticeable, many are pointing to Publicis, never seen Mad Max. Well, this ad may need explaining. Having seen Brokeback Mountain will have no impact either way. Bauer Media's July edition of the Australian Women's Weekly, out today, carries an exclusive interview with Natalie Joyce, the former Second Lady, who opens up about the breakdown of her marriage and the events that have taken place in the past 2 years. It's understood Joyce wasn't paid for the interview, and it was done before her husband's now infamous, Intrepid Travel has gone back in time and is placing classified adverts for a new, mystery expedition, to places that yet mapped by Google. The adverts to be placed in Courier Mail, Herald Sun and Sunday Telegraph are calling for intrepid people to join a journey with long travel days, intermittent electricity, no Wi-Fi, cold, racy. Australian lingerie label Honey Birdette has unveiled its new campaign, Instant Crush. Photographed on Hong Kong, the campaign stars model Miki Hamano, adorned in the label's latest and most provocative styles as she checks into a neon-lit hotel suite for a one-night affair. Featuring 9 new collections in a decadent color palette of deep purple, black, SBS and Optus have mutually agreed that SBS will broadcast the remainder of the World Cup group stage up until Friday the 29th of June. Optus had paid subscriber rights to many of the group stage games, yet technical faults have plagued its streaming service, infuriating viewers and forcing even the Prime Minister himself to intervene. SBS CEO, Michael Abade, said, "The FIFA World Cup is the absolute." Groupam has updated its 2018 ad investment forecasts and released its initial 2019 outlook. Groupam predicts $24 billion in net new advertising investment this year, the best annual increment since the bounce back from the global recession in 2010 when $26 billion was added to investment. Groupam estimates total advertising investment will grow by 4.5% this year. Aboriginal Victoria's campaign in support of Australia's first-ever treaty legislation, Deadly Questions, has been deemed too controversial to run by one of Australia's leading outdoor media providers, APN Media. Online platform Deadly Questions provides a safe space for people to ask questions and have them answered by Aboriginal Victorians, to learn more about their cultures. The wait is over. Starting today, YouTube Music is available to everyone in Australia, New Zealand, the US, Mexico and South Korea, in addition to 12 new countries including Austria, Canada, Finland, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Norway, Russia, Spain, Sweden, and the United Kingdom. Now fans around the world can find more of the music. Rising property prices and tales of disappointment have led to a significant shift in how Australians, particularly millennials, now view the Australian dream, and the goal and attainability of owning property, new research has found. In this guest post, Haystack's National General Manager, Jason Carnew, pictured below, says with all this talk of Cannes at this time of year, it's a kindly reminder that the PR business needs to get its act together in terms of awards, work and judging. All eyes on our Cannes is some of the best. 2-time cancer survivor, Frankie Good Stuff Award winner, ex-DDBER and founder of Bravery Co. Emily Summers has collaborated with a range of top-notch illustrators to produce Australia's first range of designer headscarves for young cancer warriors. She is now crowdfunding $40,000 to produce the scarves and donate one to all the young women in their 20s wondering what those extra crunchy bits in your KFC were. Silicone chips apparently, if this is to be believed. It's often said, the check is in the mail, but today Nicole Sheffield is in the mail without actually being in it. Robbie Williams has explained why he gave 1 billion TV viewers the bird, and it even sounds remotely plausible. There's no need to fake being in Cannes by taking photos at a Michael's patisserie when you can fake it for real here. We thought we'd seen it all on Le Creuset, but Donald Trump bringing home a Grand Prix for Comedy Central, amazing. This ad features a superhero called Super Hot Dogger. Cannes always throws up a surprise or curveball, doesn't it? However, Artie rocking up this year definitely isn't it. B. Following its massive success in Europe, Asia and the UAE, the Polish Shoe concept, which brings a high-demand shoe polish service and HD digital advertising platform together, has landed in Australia. Yep. B. SBS appears to be going against its own official charter after people actually tuned in and watched its programs. On the surface, this Macca's ad's quite witty. A little below that, it's a wonderfully devilish roasting of social norms. One thing's for sure, you would not want to get on the wrong side of Michelle Guthrie. And, we hear, her pet chihuahua. The Wilderness Society sound like decent folk, hence why B. Pubmatic has launched Pubmatic Cloud for publishers and tech companies looking to implement and control their own programmatic technology. By accessing Pubmatic's technology, global infrastructure and demand connections on a platform-as-a-service (PaaS) basis, clients are able to achieve full transparency and achieve greater control over their programmatic monetization. As programmatic trading becomes mainstream, innovations such as B. The Women in Media Awards are back for 2018. To celebrate this wonderful fact, and to recognize some of the killer women in our industry, we've created a Women in Media series, and have profiled some pretty inspiring women so far. This week, we chat with Bauer Media Head of Trade Marketing Claudine Hall. Workers on construction sites receive 5 to 10 times more UV exposure every year compared to indoor workers. Target Tradies and Cancer Council have announced the launch of a partnership to help educate Australian construction workers about the importance of being sun-smart at work. With evidence showing that outdoor workers receive 5 to 10 times, history never your strong point? Well, it might need a couple of Google searches to get you safely to the end of this. Cahill still appears a drawcard for agencies, however, he's not so with coach Bert van Marwijk, who won't give him a run. ACCC forces Apple to pay $9 million fine. Company CEO Tim Cook set to pay it from loose change from the glove box. Not content with rival P. Been sheltering under a rock while tsunami Amazon breaks over our shores? Salve your fears with this wave-free read. OPR may sound like an English second division soccer team, but it is, in fact, the folk formerly known as Ogilvy PR. B. Although, as you'll read here, not necessarily about Cannes itself. There was a bit of a changing of the guard on TV last night, although not in a horse's cavalry manure sort of a way. When not selling dandruff shampoo, you'd have to say P. ADMA's Global Forum is set to be the hottest ticket in town come August. Even hotter if you buy them from a solarium. J Proximity's CFO announces cost-cutting measures in expectation of excess baggage charges, realizing worst fears. Sure, the Siren Awards are terrific, however, the police turning up would certainly give it extra gravitas and effect. There's no denying ARN's Anthony Zaitis is one of the industry's nice guys, and that's despite B. This industry salary survey includes a spot of good news and the bad. So get set to smile and rage in equal parts. B. Though bad does tend to get us far more reads. AppNexus, the world's leading independent advertising technology company, has announced a partnership with the cybersecurity company White Ops to shut down the flow of advertising dollars to cybercriminals. This canned news is so fresh you can almost smell the baguettes. Yes, B. Need a feel-good pick-me-up today? Well, you could verbally insult a colleague's hair or watch this inspiring spot. If you think B. It appears Australia's diabetes epidemic may have finally killed of Mars famed work, rest and play catchphrase. ARQ Group has launched a new identity created by award-winning agency Hulsbosch, with the business rebranding from Melbourne IT to ARQ. Previously known as Melbourne IT, the company was founded in 1996 as one of Melbourne University's commercial ventures with the sole rights to manage domains in the early days of the Internet. Melbourne IT, ANZ, in partnership with PhD and Adshel, have taken to the streets with a total takeover of the entire Adshel Live network. For 1 hour, between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. on Tuesday the 19th of June, ANZ is inviting commuters to download the new ANZ app by showing 6 different ways the app can help them manage their B. Acclaimed director Gillian Armstrong unloads on Adland, although that's not to infer vulgar language was ever used. APG's initiative and Dansu's Carrot have both been awarded a slice of the West Australian government's $65 million spend. The government account is broken into 2 entities, campaign and non-campaign, each with its own agency roster. Carrot has retained its long-standing position on the agency panel for all campaign work, which accounts for, does anyone else think we just haven't quite nailed watching sport on our phones just yet? Confirm your suspicions here. Eurydice Dixon's murder shocked the nation and its Aussie media figures that are now leading a renewed safety charge. It appears the weekend's Liberal Party conference had the usual suspects: unions, gays, refugees. Want to know who's who in Australia's radio landscape? B. In case you missed it last week, a very lucky phone number 1-800-80-80-80 is up for sale. And it could be yours. It was just a weekend of sport. AppNexus, the world's leading independent advertising technology company, today announced the launch of Guaranteed Views, a marketplace product that changes the way advertising is bought and sold on the open internet. Guaranteed Views enables marketers and agencies to pay only for ads that are measured as viewable and is the first programmatic product that enables 100% viewable buying at scale outside of Facebook and Google. If there's one thing for sure, these Zenith reports are very rarely wrong. Well, bar the odd typo by B. Is relentless KFC ads. Former Y. With a couple of extra mil in the kitty after last week's Rebel win, Bauer's already putting the cash to good use. B. Have you been phoning 10's comms department today with little success? That's because they've all buggered off here. Bereft of any Monday motivation? Let today's women in media profile be like low-current electric waves to the brain. Sadly, B. We may have been last to qualify, but we're going to be first out if the Socceroos don't beat the Danes on Thursday. Haystack has a new head of social who, admittedly, doesn't look anything like Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz. The ink's barely dry on this new cricket rights deal. Well, it was signed on Friday, so it is probably dry by now. Zenith and Saatchi. Ad spend in Australia forecast to grow by 2.8% in 2018, with main drivers of growth in government, retail, finance and gambling sectors. Global advertising spend to grow by 3.9%, revised up from 3.6% in January 2018. Digital to overtake TV for the first time, to reach 38.4% of global share, TV 35.5%. In 21 out of the 59 markets tracked, digital will be the leading advertising channel in 2018. One quarter, 25.2% of global ad spend will be delivered through mobile devices for the first time. 7 West Media's Pacific Magazines has announced the appointment of Emma Baston as Client Strategy Director for Victoria. Baston has worked in senior digital media buying and planning roles at various agencies including Australia, Cummins. She has also worked at Facebook, and SBS has launched the Short-Form Content Initiative, a commitment to providing increased opportunities for Australian creatives from diverse communities through the commissioning and production of content for SBS On Demand. SBS has partnered with 5 of Australia's screen agencies, including Film Victoria, Create NSW, Screen Queensland, Screen West and South Australian Film Corporation. The initiative aims